vacation destinations in the entire land. Today, Camping World Stadium as a couple of teams square off for a chance to win the Pop-Tart Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will have the first possession of the game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Yeah, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick completion to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage, and you can hit that curl route, and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Finds a man on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Aggies offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give. Breaks into the open. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. A first down run on the doorstep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill.
Touchdown, Aggies! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wide receiver going in motion. Completes the shuffle pass. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Throws to the tight end. He's got him wide open. Turns it on down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans... offense goes back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running back searching for a hole. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Knight. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running behind that left side. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great.
Turning it on, smashes him with the stiff arm. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got the quick completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Handoff to the lone back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Going to swing it on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon when the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell he did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Robbins. Makes the grab. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw under.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. He's going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference, defense.
Defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Give to the running back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop me running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it, finding open areas. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the 3rd play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. It doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
He's got it on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Let's go. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Now adjusting. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he could do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
It's complete to the left. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. And the Aggies are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Got him in the middle, it's York. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's loose. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Here's a heat. There he goes. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going to the running game. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, 2 quarters down in the Pop-Tart Bowl. A couple of teams who battled their way here into bowl season looking to bring home some hardware.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty and all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it. Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable. So you
fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and they've got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks and the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Nittany Lions are on the move. To the air on 1st down. It's caught. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Got some room there to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Zings it complete to the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to throw. It's Robbins. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And now the lead is even bigger. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can
turning it on. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Moncrief. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Spins away from the defender. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to pass. It's Robbins. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Got the first down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Bust through behind his pad. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Pulls and fires complete. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Finds his tight end. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
On 4th down, going to the air. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they're able to make the tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Dropping back, it's Robbins. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Makes the grab. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Slithers into space. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Offense working from the pistol. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.